great for my ears, face, naughty bits.
I might shower once a month.
If all the baby wipes disappeared, you want to see a woman fall apart?
It started with a fear of the shower.
Our relationship as a family is just gonna keep straining.
I can't seem to break the cycle.
I'm addicted to eating sand. It's always good on top of food.
You strange, girl. Strange.
I just love the crunch.
I'm worried about how worse it can get.
You could actually acquire certain infections. Some are life-threatening.
I just can't live without sand.
My name is Raya. I'm 43 years old, and I'm addicted to baby wipes. There are wipes around my house and around me 24/7. In the car, in the living room, in the kitchen, on the bedside table, on my computer desk, the laundry room. There's literally enough around my house that I don't have to walk 2 foot without finding a pack.
Everywhere I look, there's baby wipes. It's just gotten out of hand. I mean, when does it stop?
43-year-old Raya has been addicted to baby wipes for 25 years. It started as a quick cleanup between bathing. Now she's so hooked, she even uses wipes instead of showering.
I might shower once a month, once every 2 months, sometimes even longer.
I don't think there's a spot on my body that I haven't used a wipe on. I've done my ears, face, neck, shoulders, chest, naughty bits, legs. They're great for in between the toes, actually. I've never had toe jam. I use baby wipes.
If all the baby wipes disappeared, are you kidding me? You want to see a woman fall apart?
Raya spends up to 2 hours every day cleaning herself with wipes. Despite that, she constantly worries about how she smells and only leaves the house once a week.
It was an appearance thing. I didn't feel like I was clean enough to go out. Because I got so isolated over the years, I lost a ton of friends.
Raya's addiction began at 15 years old after a childhood trauma.
It comes from a fear of the sound of the shower. It's just that sprayer sound, not running water from the tap, but the sound of shower head water. I was abused as a child, and what preceded and ended the abuse was always a shower. So the sound just brings me right back to it. When I first started hearing the noise, I get real anxious, I get panicky. It's almost like nothing is logical anymore. It's terrifying. There are situations where I do have to shower, but then I've got to have somebody in the bathroom with me. My family's gotten where they kind of shower when I'm not around, but there's no real way to completely avoid the sound.
But Raya's fear of the shower doesn't just affect her, it also affects her children.
I've missed birthday parties, my son's band recital. I've missed my daughter marching. It's not that I didn't want to go. I really did want to be there. I just couldn't get clean enough to go out in public.
When she's not able to come to the events, it makes me sad because you expect to see your mother there, and she's just not there.
I really regret missing most of their stuff because you can't redo it.
We all just kind of choose to ignore it and let her go through her day because it's less anxiety for her. If we get it under control, life will be just so much better.
There's no way I want to rely on baby wipes the rest of my life. I want to stop being afraid, and I want to stop using the wipes, but I can't seem to find a method to break the cycle.
My name is Bria. I'm 19 years old, and I'm addicted to eating sand. I just love the crunch. It's always good on top of food, like a seasoning or something. I've taken a tortilla chip, dipped them in sand, and ate them, and it gave the chip the best crunch that I've ever got in my entire life. My favorite combination of sand is when I mix it with gum. It's just like mouth-watering.
Bria's addiction first developed 5 years ago when she accidentally got a mouthful of sand at the beach. She was instantly hooked on the crunchy texture.
I eat it when I go to my room, when I'm walking to class, when I'm reading a book. Before I go to bed, I put like a pinch in my mouth. When I wake up in the morning, there's still pieces like in my teeth. It's like leftovers.
When I first found out that Bria was eating sand, I was like, oh my gosh, that is crazy, that's nasty.
When I'm craving sand, I lick my finger and then dip it inside of the sand and put it on the back of my teeth and just chew it. I like the fact that it grits on my teeth. It gives it that crunch that you don't get from food.
Bria is so dependent on that satisfying crunch, she turns to nail files when her sand supply runs low.
It has like sandpaper on it. It gives me the same crunch. So I just put it like on the back of my teeth and just go like this.
But Bria's cravings can't be satisfied with just any sand.
My favorite sand is actually the sand from the playground or a park. I start by taking a handful. Then I take like the big rocks out. It's natural, it's straight from the earth. It's really good and it's really crunchy.
I am worried about my sister's health. Knowing that she's eating sand off the ground, that's kind of scary.
I don't know exactly what's in the sand that I eat, but I really don't care. I couldn't even imagine what I would do without sand.
Coming up, will an emotional plea finally convince Raya to get help?
Our relationship as a family is just gonna keep straining and straining. Don't cry.
And Bria reveals her shocking addiction to a friend. 43-year-old Raya has been addicted to baby wipes for over 2 decades. After years of abuse, she developed a phobia of showering. Now Raya depends on wipes to clean herself, making her self-conscious to go out in public. Her daughter Katie is tired of the strain Raya's addiction puts on her family and wants to confront her.
So I have a film screening coming up this week, and I'd very much appreciate it if you'd be able to come.
I will do my best and try. Okay?
Okay.
You're giving me that look.
The wipes have always been there. They're constant. I understand that you need them right now to deal with your water issue, but I feel like if you don't get help, then our relationship as a family is just gonna keep straining and straining and straining because you're not able to be there.
I get that I've disappointed you a lot, and I haven't been there when I needed to be there. I would love to be able to use the wipes less. I just don't really know how to go about it.
I think you should definitely talk to a therapist, because if we can find the root, I'm pretty sure we can help you get over it. Just want you to get help.
Me too. Me too. Don't cry. Don't cry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I love you, kiddo.
Love you too.
I think taking the steps to go to therapy and talk to somebody will be a great thing, and I think it'll help not only me, but my family at the same time.
19-year-old Bria has been addicted to eating sand and nail files for 5 years. She crunches on the grit up to 40 times a week and carries a stash with her at all times. Today, she's decided she's ready to reveal her addiction to her best friend, Precious.
How do you feel about secrets?
Depends on what the secret is.
Well, I have a secret. I wanted to tell you that I like chewing on nail files and grinding them on the back of my teeth.
Why you do that?
They give me like this tingly feeling in my body, and I find them a little tasty.
Like how you do it?
You want me to show you?
Yeah.
Just like put it on like here, and just grind it on teeth like that.
It's kind of making my teeth hurt a little bit. And I ain't even chewing on it. It's just not normal.
So you call me strange?
Yeah, you strange, girl. Strange. It's really weird that Bria likes nail filers. It made my teeth cringe. All I could think was, Lord, Bria.
Another secret.
Got another one?
The reason I like nail files is because I also like to eat sand. I do it every single day.
I can imagine like eating sand could be helpful for you.
What could it possibly do wrong to me?
You never know. Everybody step in the sand and germs and stuff. Maybe you should find something else to chew on that's healthy.
I think she's a little bit of everything. Concerned, creeped out, disturbed, you know. I'm still gonna do it no matter what people say about it. Life without sand will be pretty close to incomplete.
Coming up, Raya's forced to face her phobia.
How anxious do you feel about having us turn on the shower?
And Bria's sister finally learns the truth.
Do you eat like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yeah.
43-year-old Raya has been addicted to baby wipes for over 2 decades. After years of childhood abuse, she developed a phobia of showering and now only showers once a month. Instead, Raya uses wipes to bathe, but rarely leaves her home because she never feels clean enough. Her daughter Katie has finally convinced Raya to see a therapist.
I'm nervous, but my end goal is to be someone who can be there with my family for every event.
So you have concerns with cleanliness and you use baby wipes quite excessively. Can you just tell me a little bit about that?
Well, it started with a fear of the sound of the shower. It sends me into like severe panic attacks. From there, it's turned into, so you use baby wipes to clean up.
When is the first time you remember having this concern about the sound of the water falling?
I have been afraid of the sound of the shower for, over 25 years. I was abused severely as a child, and it always was preceded by a shower and ended with a shower.
So the water signals something aversive.
Yes. It's too scary. It's just too scary.
So one of the things that might be useful here, right, is to see if we can put ourselves in this stressful situation of hearing the shower noise. How does that sound?
It's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm willing to do it.
We have to get her to realize that there really isn't any danger. If she's not able to get this under control, it can also translate into a bona fide anxiety disorder. Part of what I want to do is get a sense of just your experience and see if we can sort of work our way through that in the moment. Okay. How anxious do you feel about having us turn on the shower?
19-year-old Bria has been addicted to eating sand for over 5 years, collecting her supply from parks, beaches, and playgrounds. But her sister Celicia is worried that sand could be harmful and wants to convince Bria to get help.
Addictions are hard to break, but hopefully I could get through to her today and should actually listen and know that it's really dangerous for her health. So Bria, I know that you're eating sand, but how much are you actually eating?
I don't really know how much I consume a day, but it's more than before.
Do you do it a lot?
Just when I think about it. So if I'm eating something, I sprinkle it on it. If not, then I just eat it by
So
itself.
you sprinkle it on it like it's a seasoning. Do you eat like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yeah.
Bria, I don't think that's good. And the fact that it's getting worse, I'm kind of worried. I am worried about my sister's health. I feel like sand is very dangerous for the body, and it really scares me. Do you feel like it's harming your body?
Sometimes my teeth hurt, and sometimes I have stomach aches.
That's really scary. If you're already having pains now, then I'm worried about how worse it can get. Would you think about stopping it?
I've never really thought about it that much, as far as stopping.
Well, it would mean a lot to me if you would go see a doctor.
Coming up, Raya faces her worst fear.
How long are we in here? Can I turn it off?
19-year-old Bria has been addicted to eating sand for over 5 years. But her sister is concerned Bria's addiction is harmful and is trying to convince her to get help.
Well, it will mean a lot to me if you went to go see a doctor because I love you. You're my only sister. I'm just concerned about you.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go see a doctor for you. She wants me to stop eating sand, but I'd rather talk to a doctor first before I can actually say I'm going to stop and figure out a little bit more than we know now.
Later that week, Bria sees a physician to find out if her addiction to sand could be harmful.
I've never told a doctor about eating sand. I feel really nervous, but I know I need it to come.
Where do you get your sand?
I usually find it at the beach. Sometimes I get it from a park.
Do you understand any of the worries that may be associated with eating sand at all, or dirt?
No.
If you're in areas where soil gets contaminated, that's a concern. Those problems are not insignificant with the risk of infection, theoretically, but also where you might get some issues with constipation or bowel obstruction. Bria needs to stop eating sand. The sands around her could be contaminated with bacterial, parasitic and viral infections, some of which could be potentially life-threatening. So this is an X-ray of your belly. This is your colon, okay, and this is basically stool in your colon. What I don't see on this X-ray is any evidence of any areas that are calcified or look like sand on the X-ray. However, it doesn't escape the problems we still have. Depending where your sand comes from, you could actually acquire certain infections from it. One that can be life-threatening is the acquisition of parasitic infections. I strongly recommend that you stop eating sand.
It does make me more concerned than I've ever been at all. I don't want to stop, but for my health and so that my family's not concerned, I do want to.
43-year-old Raya can't live without baby wipes. After being abused as a child, she developed a phobia of showering and now uses wipes to bathe. After 25 years battling her addiction, Raya's finally agreed to undergo exposure therapy to help get past her fears.
So what I'm gonna have you do is go ahead and actually do it yourself.
Wow. You sure?
Sure. So why don't you tell me where your anxiety level is at now?
It's a little freaky.
Okay.
How long you want me to stand here? Well, can I turn it off?
Let's just see if we can endure it a little bit, because that anxiety level, it may go up, but ultimately it has to come back down. I can tell you what I'm observing right now is that you seem a little bit more calm.
I don't feel like my heart's beating out of my chest anymore.
I mean, look at, you're here, you're enduring it. Right?
Yeah, it still freaks me out. Right now, it's not so bad.
Well, I think this is an important first step, this notion of actually learning that you can sort of ride that wave of emotion.
The more I got to reflect on it, without the negativity that I usually put with it,